Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Pathways to Christ. We are in week 3 this week, and we're going to try this again. I have to apologize to everybody. I've had some technical issues. I've had computer issues, so I decided to try to do this on my phone, but I really want to give you a good quality program. So I just hope that you'll forgive me for all of the snafus that we've had along the way. Technology can be fun at times. So this week, our focus is going to be on connecting the body, the mind, and the spirit. So oftentimes, we don't connect all three together. Sometimes we live in the mind, and we have a lot on our minds and a lot that goes through our minds. And other times, we don't live in our own bodies either. So sometimes we're overworked, we're tired, we're hungry, we don't take time for ourselves. And then we're feeling all unbalanced and disjointed. And it's not good for the spirit. So if our bodies and minds or spirits are all connected, it is a pathway to Christ. It helps us to do better discipleship. It helps for being able to pray better and being more open to what God is telling you in your life. So I think that connecting all three are very important. So I do have a couple meditations for you today and a little bit of education and whatnot. So we're going to begin with a mindfulness meditation. So this is a great meditation to be able to just clear your minds. And it's basically focusing on your breathing. So, of course, again, sit in a nice, relaxed, comfortable position. You can do this any time of day. You can do this while you walk. You can focus on breathing. Before a big meeting, before a tough conversation, you can do this. Mindfulness is also great as like a physiological reset. So when you do meditations like this and you focus on your breathing, it actually resets your body. It can help lower your blood pressure. It can calm down a fast heartbeat if you're feeling stressed. It's very good for you. It's good for your body. And like I said, it kind of just tones down the mind and puts you in your body. So the purpose of this is to take really deep breaths. And you can do this anytime. Like I said, if you're feeling stressed out, or if your heart is beating, you can do this anytime, and it's really quick to do. So the focus of this is to just be, to just be. So at first, as we do this meditation, if you find that your brain is on overload and things are still coming into your brain, just keep bringing yourself back to breathing and focusing on your breath. You'll feel that you'll feel better, you're less stressed, and you're able to live in the moment. So the most important thought about this is that God said that He is the great I am, and we talked a little bit about this last week. God didn't say He isn't, or God didn't say He was, or God didn't say He will be. God said, I am. So that's something to focus on. You are just focusing on being, just breathing, on just being. So we're not focusing on the future. We're not focusing on the past. We are just being in our bodies and being in the moment. And when we focus on being in the moment and being in our bodies and not focused on the past or the future, we have a chance for opportunity there. As a spiritual director, I always say that God can be found all around us all day in all these mundane things and in ways God is trying to speak to us throughout our day, but we're not always present in our day. We're busy moving on to the next thing, or we're worried about what we're going to do after work, or we're worried about something we did or said this morning. We're not necessarily in the moment. And I think that we miss so many opportunities for God to speak to us in our everyday lives. This meditation is going to help you come back to focus on yourself and steady your mind. So we'll just start. So I just want you to sit in a nice, comfortable position, relax, put your feet on the ground, shuffle around in your chair if you need to, just to get comfortable. And I want you to just rest in your body for a minute and close your eyes and just rest in your body. And just take a moment to clear your mind. And then I want you to take a deep breath from your diaphragm and fill your lungs with air. So take a nice deep breath and let it out very, very slowly. And then I want you to take another deep breath and I want you to hold it for a minute. And then I want you to release it slowly. And then just continue to breathe naturally and focus on what your natural breath feels like. I want you to feel the rise and fall of your chest. I want you to feel your heart beating and how it feels to just be. If any thoughts come into your head, just detach yourself from them and go back to breathing and focusing on your breath. And this can be done as long as it takes for you to empty your thoughts, relieve your stress, and just feel that you are in a sense of being. So again, you can do this any time of day that you need to, for as long as you need to. It's a nice reset to take a nice deep breath and to let it out slowly. So now we're going to talk about the importance of our bodies. We're going to take a look at body dynamics in prayer and how your body can affect your prayer life. And how your senses can also affect your prayers. So of course, a typical way of praying is by using your emotions or your soul or praying through the Spirit. And all those are wonderful if you can get there, right? Oftentimes, we're feeling so much stress or busyness that we can't get there. So we're going to do a good meditation that helps you just clear out any stresses in the body. And when you do this, it helps you focus on your prayers. But it also gives you, it opens up a new world and new windows to yourself that you may not have thought existed there. And you'll have a greater sense of focus. So the body is a memory holder. It holds every stress, every operation we've had, every growth we've had. It holds memories, and it has a message for us. So I like to look at, flaws, right? We all look at flaws. So I look at my varicose veins and I say, well, that was years of waitressing. That was part of my journey that the body holds. Or if you're a woman and you've given birth, you might have stretch marks. That's your body's memory of your stomach, expanding to fit a child. So our body, our scars, we all have them. So our body is our story. And we don't often think about our body as our life journey story, but it's a very big part. And our bodies, of course, are temples of God. So if we don't care for our bodies, we can't do discipleship. We can't pray well. We can't maybe connect with others or with God as well if we don't care for our bodies. So we need to learn to listen to our bodies. Our bodies tell us when we're hungry, when we're tired, and we need to take a rest. Our bodies tell us when we're very stressed or afraid of something. But oftentimes we just keep going, right? We just keep going like we are machines, and we just keep going and get through this. Let's get through the day. And it's not good for us. It's not good for us. It really, our body has a wisdom that we often don't pay attention to. So it's important to have some of that body wisdom or a felt body sense. So in other words, to just know when your body's telling you something. And it brings a new awareness to what your body is telling you. And then, of course, when we look at our bodies, we see God's grace in our bodies. We see, oftentimes if we only focus on the flaws or we focus on the negativity, we don't often focus on the wonder of the body. So our hearts beat without us even having to think about it. Our blood flows without us even having to think about it. Our minds work without us even having to think about it. So our body is a wondrous, wondrous thing that can go through so much and yet withstand so much. But it's something that we need to take care of. But we find God's grace through our bodies, for giving us the gift of our bodies that we often neglect, we often put aside, that we often don't connect that mind, body, and spirit. And of course, God dwells within us being a temple. God's divine spark is within us. So we need to house that divine spark in a good, healthful way, in a good spiritual way. We need to see the body as a whole package. So the mind, body, and the spirit as one package to take care of. If we take care of one, but we don't take care of the other, then we're out of balance and we're just not a full body. We're not a full person. So we also can find through meditations like this, and this is the tough part. And during Lent, we have to think about anything that separates us from God or from one another. We have to think about some of our flaws, some of the things that we need to change. And in our bodies, we have armor, we have walls, we have defense mechanisms. We have things that we've created to survive emotionally within our bodies. And we're not even aware of it. We just do these things or put up these walls without even being aware of it. So a meditation like this can help you become more aware of the walls or what needs to be focused on during Lent. And so we will begin. So I want you to close your eyes, and I just want you to keep these things in mind about your body. Your body is sacred, revelatory, and good. We honor, respect, and revere our bodies. There's an awareness of the body being made good in a good universe by a good God. There's a sense of gratitude and holiness about my body. We need to care for the wellness of our bodies, self-care, nutrition, rest, exercise, and body meditations. We need to be present in our own bodies and not take advantage of it or treat it like a machine. We need to know that our bodies are a place of intuition, sensing, knowing, and revelation. Knowing that our bodies are instruments of God and for God for discipleship and action in the world. Knowing that our bodies are a holder of memories and our histories and our stories. Knowing that the senses clue us in to what is happening around us. Knowing that our bodies connect us to the whole, to all that there is, and to what is not yet conscious. And you can trust your body to tell you the truth. Your body carries wisdom. And knowing that your body has a mind and a spirit as a whole, and they all work together. So when you do this meditation, we need to have a sense of quiet. And I want you to feel this openness in your body. And I want you to breathe again and just be in your body for a minute. And I just want you to see what your body is telling you right now. Is there a heaviness in your chest? Is there an ache? Is there a busyness in your head? Is there something that your body is calling you to be aware of? Notice this, greet it, and notice what comes to you in a loving, compassionate, and non-judgmental way. Name this felt sense. Is this happening in your body telling you something? Is God telling you that you need to do something? And just be with this sense for a minute. And stay with it. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to change it. But just name and notice what it is. And then greet it and express gratitude. Thank your body for what comes to you through this attention that you're paying to it. And then I'd like to welcome you back. So this can be done as well, anytime you feel like you need a break, anytime you should do it. I would encourage you to try this in the week ahead in order to just clear the cobwebs, right? Clear things out. I would ask you to try both these meditations in the week ahead. They will change how you view things. So when we listen to our bodies and we pay attention to our senses, music, it can be music to our ears. We can actually hear things that maybe we hadn't heard before. To our eyes, to the senses, we can see clearer if we're in the moment, if we're in the now. We can smell the fragrance of outdoors or a good smelling anything. It just opens up the senses to, if you're in the moment, if you're keeping yourself in the moment, even if you're eating, so the other sense of taste, if you're eating and you just enjoy that every bite of food, it changes your life in a very profound way. Now, I know it sounds like, sure, okay. But if you practice this, I can assure you that it does change your life in very, very positive ways. So I'm just going to leave you with a poem today. So this is For the Senses by John O'Donohue, and it's a very good poem. May the touch of your skin register the beauty of the otherness that surrounds you. May your listening be attuned to the deeper silence where sound is honed to bring distance home. May the fragrance of a breathing meadow refresh your heart and remind you you are a child of the earth. And when you partake of food and drink, may your taste quicken to the gift and sweetness that flows from the earth. May your inner eye see through the surfaces and glean the real presence of everything that meets you. May your soul beautify the desire of your eyes, that you might glimpse the infinity that hides in the simple sights that seem worn to your usual eyes. Amen. So I will see you all next week, and we will shoot for Tuesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon again. And again, thank you very much for your patience with these videos. And I just want to wish you, God's blessing, and may you continue to have a meaningful, prayerful Lenten season. All right. Bye, everybody.